Hello everyone, welcome to Robocop. Just like to point out before we start, this isn't a 100% guide. This is just mainly finding notes, the OCD stuff and the PCB stuff. The main reason why I've done this guide is just because it will just help you in the long run doing your skill trees and just making the overall gameplay a lot easier to do if you happen to get stuck. And now as soon as we start the downtown section mission, we'll be in the area called Linwood Street. As soon as you spawn, there will be two guys around a barrel. They're right next to the bin, or on top of it, you will find your next note. And now for your next note. Once you have found the mission for Who Killed Casey Carmel, the mission starts at the very top left hand side, located right here. So once you've done that, then you have to do all the objectives until finally you gain access to the gas station or the hell station. Once you have breached the door, you want to go in, you will find the suspect here covered in blue. Then once you've done all your investigation work, you will go through this doorway that's covered by the bookshelf here. And once you go in, you will find your camera and then you'll get your evidence. In this same room, there will be a stolen handbag and a note located on the floor. And now for your next note. I was just randomly walking around the downtown section finding stuff, and eventually I got a phone call roundabout in this section, the Towbridge Street, where I got a phone call from the sergeant to go find the missing or the stolen vehicle. So once you are doing the objective for the stolen vehicle, eventually you'll come into a garage section that you cannot leave. As soon as you go into this area, look left, you will find a crumbled up note located right here. I already picked it up because I thought it might be a clue and not a note, but it was a note instead. So this will be the no hard feelings note. And that would be it. And now for our next note. This is located at the laundry area, so the wash and go on Broad Street. Also to the right, there will be a guy graffitiing the wall, and feel free to chase him for an objective as well. Now once you go into the laundry, go to the right hand side, and you will find your note just sitting here all crumbled up, just like the previous note in the other area. And now we are still doing the stolen vehicle mission. Once you are now inside the chop shop, you now want to go into the office space before you go through the next part. Inside here you will find some documents, and then right next to that you will find an OCP Training Disk. And now for your next note, once you have gained access to the arcade and eventually you go down into the underground or the basement of the arcade. This is the main objective, so we need to come down it anyway to find it. So once we have killed all the enemies in this section, go towards the first door on your left with an arrow or the other door to the right, doesn't matter, both doors lead the same way. On the table here you will find your next note. Now once you have finished or dealt with the arcade owner, the last note for this section is located on the side here, right next to the clue as well. Alright, so for the no stone left unturned, once you are in the manager's office or the owner's office down below, now on his desk on the right side there will be a switch that you can scan. Once you've done that, you want to now press that. This will now this will now open the grate on the right side next to the Nike sign. In here you will find some goodies. And also you'll find another OCP Training Disk. Alright, so during the ghost house mission, when you rescue the hostage and in the same room as the hostage you will find the weapon crate here, or chips and stuff. So once you open this you'll get some more stuff as well.
So you are...
Okay, so for this next note, this is located in Briggs' apartment building. So to get here, once we have finished the previous mission, the ghost town or the ghost house mission, and then we'll speak to Pickles, then we want to make him take us to Briggs' apartment to hand in the pocket watch that he's stolen. So once we're in the apartment with the wife of Briggs, in the kitchen, we will find there's a document here, or a note. Alright, so during the mission where you're in the slaughterhouse, and now as Robocop you can't go through this door, your partner has to kick it down for you because your directives, you need a warrant. But eventually the door will be kicked down for you, and then once you go into this place here, you will find a note called Nuking on the right side before you just carry on straight. And now for your next note. Once you have gone back into the police station, this is where we'll be, right in the main office section. So just before getting to Reed's office, we will notice that there's a note on the back side of this room, all crumbled up next to some bananas. This will be the health insurance information note. And now if you go into the locker room, so at the moment I'm doing a quest, we have to go get everyone to sign Lewis's card, but in the locker room, and the locker is 019 Ramirez, we'll find the note sticking out here. And now as soon as we start the next mission, this will be the steel mill mission. Lucky enough, I know where all the OCP chests are. So as soon as we start, the first OCP chest is located at the very start of the level. Go left and go behind this machine here. You will find this tucked away in the corner or at the back here. The reason why I'm showing you this is because you can get some upgrade chips. This will help you with your guns as well. And now for your next OCP chest, and this will be your next note as well. Once we enter the next doorway, double doorways, this will be an area to investigate. Before doing anything else, just go to the right hand side. You'll see a door that's already opened. Right next to that door, you will find a crate containing your next note. Now follow the pathway down and then go to the right. This is where you'll find your next OCP chest. And now for your next chest. Once you are following the blood trail, so basically we've found the police car located just over there. We are now following the blood trail on the floor. Once we come inside these double doors, these doors will be already opened. Take a right and then take another right, and this is where your next chest will be. And now for the next OCP chest. So once we have encountered the bikers, and once we have killed them all, right next to where the main objective wants us to go, just go underneath the passageway or through this section here. There will be another chest that you can pick up. And for your next chest, once you go inside to follow the objective, this will take us into the workers' space. So we're still following the objective for the street versus turf. So once we get here, we'll find at least 5 to 4 people around here. But go into the one room here where you see a single guy that you may have already killed. In this room, go to the next room and you'll find your next chest or container. And now this is just the location of the tunnels to get a few more OCP stuff, and there's also another side mission inside here. So on the map, this is where you want to be, and this is where the tunnels is located. So once you go in there, you can find 2 OCP stuff and a side mission to rescue a hostage. And now for your next OCP chest. Once you have entered the tunnels, it'll be located right here. Now for your next chest, just follow from the last location, and then we shall run directly into our next chest as well. And now for your next chest. So during the unwanted goods objective, so this will be your side mission. Once you enter the North Stronghold, you will bust through this doorway, then this is where you'll be. Once you have dealt with all the bad guys, now go up the steps to your left and go behind this two massive air ducts. Then behind that you'll find the doorway containing your next OCP container. And now for your next chip, will be the RCP chip, I believe it's called. So as we get to the drugs that we need to destroy, on the table here, back in the same room, there will be a PCB chip. Sorry, not RCP chip. Hello everyone, welcome. We're now going to do the next objective, or not saying the objective, but the next achievement called Good Eyes Murphy. So basically all we need to do is we need to activate this tram located right where my mouse cursor is. But since I don't have the level 3 engineer, so I can't actually do that. But luckily enough, there is a mechanical book that tells us what to do, but we need to actually find it first. So as we head towards the, I think it's called Unwanted Goods mission in this area here, ignore that for now, do a 180. You will find that there's a health, and right next to that will be a book that we can scan to get the necessary items or the necessary knowledge to actually do it. So now run back to that tram or the train. Now we can do it without being level 3. So once again, here's the map. This is where the tram is. I keep saying it's a tram, it's not a tram, it's a damn train, or whatever it is. Anyway, once you press that to hotwire the tram, you go all the way to the very, very bottom, smashing through all the doors that I was trying to get through in the first place. Now once we get back here, climb the train. Now this will lead you to your secret area, and also it will give you the chest, and inside the chest is a PCB chip as well. And also it gives you a achievement for the Good Eye Murphy. And now for your next OCP chest is once you are doing the Northwest Stronghold. So this will be the Biker's Secret Side mission. As soon as you start in this section, go to the left side once you eliminate all the bad guys. Now go the only way to find your next OCP container. And now for your next note. Once you have completed, or just before you complete the Biker's Secrets, there will be a note on here Once again, this is all part of the side mission, so you have to pick up the note anyway, located here. So there's not really much I can say, but make sure you do this side mission to get the note. And now for your next chest. Once you are in the smelter's plant again, you will proceed on a bit further until you get to like a walkway. And eventually you will need to drop down anyway. Once you drop down and getting very close to the objective now, when you see the pool table, look to your left hand side and go inside this room to find your next one. And now once you start the next mission, once you're in the Gibson's Medical Hospital, you will speak to reception desk and she'll tell you to go up the elevator. Now once you get to the information desk, look to the right and you will find your next note. And now we are still in the hospital, but then eventually we'll overhear two doctors speaking to each other. And then once we proceed down into the morgue, we'll find the doctor here that we need to interact with. But before doing that or after, just to be safe, do it before. You want to pick up the note located on the table here. And now once we come back to the police station for your third time, after you've spoken with the good old scientist guy, in the same room you will find your next note. And now just to be safe from the last location, if you go towards the optional objective, you will find an OCP chip here, so make sure you pick this one up as well. And now for your next note, just before the briefing room, you will find the surveillance room. Once you go inside, you will find the note located here.
Entrance clear. Well done. Robocop, open the gate for the N209 units. We'll secure the area. You're all that impressive. With all that fancy tech, a brick would know how to shoot.
And now after you've finished the shooting contest, or how many people you can kill against the OCD, now your main objective now is to reach the manager office in the bank. Before doing that, you will notice there's the reporter lady over there. But to the left side, before entering that office, you will find a letter to be framed. This will be your note. And now this will be your, I do believe this is your fourth time coming back to the police station. So after the bank heist, you now want to go to the far left hand side of the main office section. This is where you'll find your next note. And now once you make your way back into the downtown section, we now want to go back to the garage where the old chap is down here. This is the location. And now if you want to go into his workshop and then go to the second floor, you will find your next note. And now for your next note in downtown. Once you have found the field training mission, this is the location. Now as we go into the building, we want to speak to the old lady, and once we have finished all the dialogue, it will change us to a different location, and then look to your right to find your next note.
Good luck down there. The cat has
Now the lady wants us to go downstairs into the basement, but if you look to the right before doing that, you will find your next note here.
Turn your
Maintenance logbook. And now for the next note. Once you have finally found the cat and you bring it back to the old lady. This is where we are now in the apartment. So basically we come from the basement, we went upstairs and back into the same apartment where she is. Now go into the bedroom and you will find the note located on her bed. And now for your next note. Once you are started the side mission or secondary objective called Domestic Terrorist, as soon as you enter the apartments, you will find the note located on the bottom of the stairs attached to the door. And now for your next note and for your next RCP thing. Once you go to the apartment during the Domestic Terrorist, you will breach through the door. As soon as you enter, look on the fridge to your left to find your next note. Now look to your left and pick up another PCB. And now for your next note. Once you have now gone and done the previous mission, don't want to spoil things, eventually you will go to the next mission called Not Over Yet. So once you return back into the police station, go into the middle of the main room where all the officers are. On the right side next to this lady, you will find your next note here. And now once we return back into the hospital to see Lois, before going up the elevator, making sure you go onto the right side of the waiting room and you will find a note located next to this gentleman here. This will be a brand new healthcare note. 5 skill points available now. Look at me go.
Ready for the real strike. I knew the guy that made you. Bob Morton, right? Arrogant brown. Now, yeah. One last asshole on my way to the...
But now once you've done the shady mission, once you've done all your skill points and stuff, you want to leave the holding cell that you're in and take a left and equip or grab your next piece. So this is the PCB chip. And now for your next note. Once you have watched the cutscene in this police room, you will be granted by another note located on the left side as you look at the main exit doors. And now during the mission for the Wendell's confession, we are in the cell block B. Once you cleared out cell block A first, you'll have to come into this area. Now once you proceed on now, you want to go up the steps. Or sorry, to the second floor. This will take us to like the middle area. And then in the cell on your left hand side you will find the PCB, and then once you go into the middle section of this area, where are we? It's like the cell block, right where Wendell is anyway. You'll find a note. This is the only note so far found in the prison, so hopefully I haven't missed any. And now once we are proceeding through the prison even more, we get attacked by some military people. Now once we come into this room here, you will see 2 prisoners, and well, 3 in total, but one's on the electric chair about to die. But once you go through the next doorway, you will be greeted by the note directly in front. This one's very hard to miss. And now for your next note, once you get outside, you will fight many mercenaries in this area. This is where we are. This is where the note will be, right next to the weights. This will be breaking the truce. And now for your next training chip, once you go through cell block C, we'll go into this quarters here, where you need to breach the guards post. Once you're in the guards post, let me show you the map. This is the guards post. We now want to go inside. Once we breach, you will find your next OCP training chip, or training disk, I should say. And now to get our next OCP training disk. So we were in the police station before, making sure you activate all the quests in that police station. One of them will be the fishy situation, because there will be an upset store owner that comes to the police station to complain. Once you activate that quest, then you will need to go downtown anyway. It's all part of the main mission. But activate your fishy situation quest. Once you're in the shop, before or after you save the owner, you will find your OCP training disk right here. So this is what the guy looks like. So you'll see him at the front desk complaining to an officer. So just make sure you activate this quest line. And now for your next note. Once you are back in the downtown section, if you go to this location here in the Broad Street Avenue, you will find all this commotion over there. Once you've investigated the area, this will be your next objective, to be who killed Simon Page. And then once you investigate this building, now once you go to his office, and right next to his desk will be your next note.
I want to spy.
I called
Mr. Word up. Follow me.
All calls go through my phone. It's on the desk on the right.
And now for your next OCP chest. Oh, wrong one. Once you are still continuing on doing the who killed the Simon Page, you'll enter this apartment, glorious apartment building. Now before going to the objective, head down the steps and you will find your crate.
Like to let anyone in.
At least the hide and seek game is over.
Just delete already. That's the problem.
Agatha Crane, you are under arrest. We cannot go through. Fire is blocking the way.
Please, don't kill me!
Do not be afraid. I am a police officer.
I had this nasty dream that I was a home.
And now for your next note. Once you are in the OCP headquarters, and you will notice Samantha is being harassed, or not harassed, but is apprehended by a security guard. Once you've spoken with her, then you will agree to help her. This will be the secondary objective. So once you have made it into the server room, so this is where you'll find Amanda in the hall. Well, not Amanda, sorry, Samantha, right next to the reception desk. Then you want to go into the server room. This is where you find the next note.
Pave the way to the depot and don't bother your head with that. We don't want your wiring to burn out.
And now for your next OCD or OCP chest is once you are doing the Revenge of the Street Vultures. Once you are in the chop shop once again, look on the balcony. We will find our next chest here. So basically you come through these doorways here, you then have to go all the way through the chop shop, up the stairs and back into this like lounge area, and then you go onto the balcony section outside there.
Man, minor drawback. Cobra assault cannon operatives are getting into position. There's no way past that force.
Cobra cannon. Now we're talking.
Yes, sir. The best money can buy.
Now once we come back to the precinct, go into the main hall again. This is during the another shift quest line. You will find another note located on the same table